Hi guys, so this is factorizing expressions. So one sentence I've got written here is when factorizing algebraic expressions, take the highest common factor of each term and put it outside the brackets. So that'll be your first step anyway. So when we're talking about highest common factor, if I was to take the numbers 10 and 15, so factors of 10 would be 1 and 10, 2 and 5. So you've got four different factors there: 1, 10, 2 and 5. Factors of 15 are 1, 15, 3 and 5. So you'll see in both lists there that 5 is the highest common factor. So 5 is the highest one that's in both lists. So you might not need to go to all that working to work it out. You should, if you're comfortable with your tables, you should be able to identify numbers that are factors quickly. So first thing you're going to do anyway when factorizing expressions is always you're going to put down a set of brackets like that. That's how we start. Then you're going to pick the highest common factor from both terms. So here I've got 63r and I've got 21. So 63r, all that means is it means 63 multiplied by r, and 21 it just means 21 obviously. So think of the numbers anyway. So 63 and 21, so what number would divide evenly into both of them? That would be the highest one. So hopefully you can see that 63 and 21 are both in your 7 times tables. So 7 will be the highest common factor there. So we put 7 outside the brackets then. Then you're thinking about what to put in here. So what goes in here is something that would multiply by 7 that will give me back 63r. So think about what multiplied by 7 gives me 63r. So well, I know that 7 times 9 is 63, so it has to be 9. But then I'd have to put an r in here as well, because 7 times 9r then would give me back 63r. Then I need to figure out what goes in here in the second part. And you look at it in the same way. So something times 7 will give me back 21. So something times 7 is 21, so it has to be 3. So it's going to be plus 3 there. So that's it factorized then. That's the answer. That's the factorized version of the top line. So example 2, I've got 15x and I've got minus 12. So again, I'm going to start by putting down brackets. Then I'm thinking about what would divide into 15 and into 12 evenly. So highest common factor. So 3 will definitely divide into both of them. So there's nothing bigger. 6 won't divide into 15. So then you're thinking again about what multiplied by 3 would be 15x. So it has to be 5 anyway, and I have to put the x there. So 3 times 5x will give me back 15x. Then I have to think about what multiplied by 3 will give me minus 12. Well, it has to be minus, and it has to be 4, because 3 multiplied by minus 4 would give me minus 12. Last one here. Now watch this carefully. So I've got 8xy. So now I have to start thinking about other things that are common in both expressions. The 8xy, I'm just going to write down here roughly that 8xy means 8 multiplied by x multiplied by y. That's what 8xy is, or what it means. 4x squared then, try to think about what 4x squared means. It means 4 multiplied by x multiplied by x. So 4 multiplied by x multiplied by x. So if I'm thinking about what's common in both of them then, so I need to put down my brackets first of all anyway. That's always how we start. Look at the numbers first. I've got an 8 and I've got a 4. So the highest common factor of 8 and 4, it's not 2, there's one bigger than 2. 4 will divide in evenly into 8 and 4. So 4 will go outside the brackets. But now I want you to have a think about what else is common in both of these boxes down here at the bottom. So in the 8xy, I've got an 8, an x, and a y. In the other one, I've got a 4, an x, and an x. So what is common in both of them? Which of the letters there or the variables could I take from both of them? So you have to have one. You have to have something common in both of them. So I can see there I've got this x and this x. So I can take an x from both of them. I can take an x from both boxes. So 4x. So I can put that x on the outside. Now I don't have another x in the first box, or I don't have a y in the second box, so I can't take anything else that's common from both of them. So therefore 4x will just go outside the brackets. Then I'm going back to my steps again, so a little bit harder than this time. But what multiplied by 4x would give me 8xy, would give me back 8xy. Well, I'd have to multiply the 4 by a 2 anyway. So that would give me 2 times 4 would be 8. And I've already taken the x out, so that'll stay outside. But the y, I need to put a y there. So then 4x multiplied by 2y would give me 8xy, would be equal to 8xy. So 4x multiplied by 2y would be equal to 8xy. The second part then, what multiplied by 4x would give me 4x squared. So I've already taken out 4x, so it'll be plus something anyway. And so what multiplied by 4 gives me 4? Well, that'd be 1. So I could put in a 1 if I wanted, but I also need to put in an x, because if I just put in a plus 1, it would just give me back 4x. So 4x multiplied by x then gives me 4x squared. So that's my answer then, 4x multiplied by 2y plus x. So here's a few questions then. You can just try these now if you want. So there's 5 different questions there, so if you want to try them now, just got off screen there a little bit, but if you want to try the first 4 there anyway, so question 1, question 2, question 3 and question 4, just pause the video there now and try them, and then I'll then play it on and I'll go through the answer. Right, so the first one anyway. So you're taking out what's common anyway. So here I've got a 5 and I've got a 10. Therefore I can, well, I'll just show the rough workings again here first. So 5ab means 5 multiplied by a multiplied by b. 10a just means 10 multiplied by a. So if I'm to look at the numbers, find the highest common factor of the numbers. So 5 and 10, the highest number that divides into both is 5. Then in 5ab I've got an a and a b. In 10a I've just got an a. So I can take an a from both of them. So I can take an a and I can put it outside. So therefore 5a goes outside. Then what multiplied by 5a gives me 5ab? It would just have to be just b, or you could put in a 1 there as well. You could put in 1b. Then what multiplied by 5a gives me 10a? So it'll be plus 2. So 5a multiplied by 2 gives me 10a. Let's look at the second one then. So rough workings again. 9cd means 9 multiplied by c multiplied by d. 3d means 3 multiplied by d. You don't need to write this out if you understand already. But start with our set of brackets. So what divides into 9 and into 3? The highest thing, it has to be 3. Then the 9CD has a C and a D in it, but the 3D just has a D. So therefore I can take a D from both of them. So I can put 3D outside. Then what multiplied by 3D gives me 9CD? It has to be 3C. So that would give me 9CD. And what multiplied by 3D gives me 3D? Alright, so what multiplied by 3D gives me 3D? It has to be 1. So 1 times 3D is 3D. So plus 1 there. Next one, 2RS and 14R. So I can take a 2 from both of them. And I can also take an R from both of them because both of them have an R in them. Then what multiplied by 2RS gives me what multiplied by 2R gives me 2RS? It has to be just S, or you could put in 1S there if you want. And then what multiplied by 2R gives me 14R, so plus 7. So S plus 7 inside the brackets. And then last one, I can put a 2 outside, and I can also put a K outside. So then what times 4JK gives me, what times 2K gives me 4JK? It's 2J. And what times 2K gives me 2K? It has to be plus 1 again. So those are our 4 answers.